The recently published Mental Health Bill 2024 is currently making its way through the Houses of the Oireachtas. The Act is being described as a more person-centred approach. There had been calls for more of a rights-based approach, and we see in the bill the introduction of a set of guiding principles which propose to replace the current best interest principles. Some examples of the guiding principles are that a person has capacity unless the contrary is shown. All steps must be taken to assist a person to make decisions on their own behalf. An unwise decision does not indicate inability to make a decision.
Two other key changes in the bill are 1. Involuntary admissions, where we will see the introduction of additional considerations if the admission is proceeding on the ground of risk or treatment. Timeframes for detention and assessment have been reduced. We also see the influence of the Assisted Decision-Making Act, as professionals must take additional factors into account when seeking the patient's consent to treatment and must consider how the patient could be supported to make decisions about their care. The second key change relates to the treatment of minors. There is a significant expansion of the provisions relating to treatment of minors in comparison to the 2001 Act, and the bill aims to support the young person to be involved in decision-making and consent around their treatment. The voluntary admission of minors under and over 16 years of old is specifically provided for, as well as involuntary admission with parental consent in certain circumstances. Gardaí would have the power to take a child into custody on an emergency basis where an involuntary detention is required. Finally, parents and guardians would have enhanced rights to information about their child's treatment.
Given that the current Mental Health Act is over 20 years old, this bill paves the way for an overdue update in the law in this area and will complement the recent significant changes introduced by the Assisted Decision-Making Act. We will also see increased regulation with the expansion of the Mental Health Commission's regulatory oversight function to include all community health residences and services, including community CAMs. If you want to discuss any queries relating to the bill, please don't hesitate to contact me or one of my colleagues.